Ranger. It's almost like the same story like a Spectre. You need to keep that support up. Middle lane, God, well, he's in real trouble. The double damage. S4 will get the last attack. Actually, no pain. He denies him up, and now S4, they turn it around. FNG finds it only one, but he can go for a second. The space away from Nuts. Nuts is actually dying to that nightmare, but he will not go the whole way. Tier 1 tower away from S4, but now it's FNG who's in a bad position. So is Lil. He came down into the river. Nuts will blink forward. He wants to kill over an FNG, but the Nightmare and Brain Sap, it's just control going either way. RK, not a healthy Meb with the Frost Blast. He has enough damage to inflict into the... Already has a bonus 14 damage available, and that's on top of everything else he's got. Okay, this is probably going to be, in fact, it will be a very, very dead Phobos. With the dust out in him, he's got nowhere to run to. He can't deny himself up. He brought the Spiralings in. It will be the kill solo.
Oh wow, looks like they might actually go for Roshan right now. They saw the Wind Ranger TP out. They see a couple heroes up on top, and that's a signal for them.
Well, the damage output is still pretty damn high.
Oh, they're actually trying to counter it, but they haven't completed on G.
RK's coming over. He would love to throw out a good ulti right now. That Bane's so low. A Lich ulti would end up killing him off, but they don't want to commit something that big. The mech charge now triggered. FNG going to get focus fire down, but the Brain Sap keeps him alive. Back RK, Soul Assumption down. He knows all about that Visage. Dies to it in the crush from Loader. It's just keeping the Spiralings off, and Admiral Bulldog jump all the way in. He gets the Tomb over on God, and they end up surviving. FNG can't get in range for the Brain Sap, and now the fight splits into multiple parts once again. The bigger part is going to be Loader, able to get that Amplify up over on Phobos. The power shot's really flying astray from S4, and Roshan's still alive. 2.3k on the life, gets that clap off. Means VP taking extra damage, but Lions are in no position to contest him now.
He had to be super wary of the straight power shot.
Loader's in trouble. In fact, Loader is dead. Fiend's Grip on bottom lane. The Brewlings are all there. Phobos has soaring off cooldown in 1 second time, so he can just throw another spawn Spiderlings into him, and there goes Loader. Down for the count. S4 gets a trade-off by taking out the tier 1 tower on top, but that's directly after VP took the tier 1 in mid, and now they even assault into the tier 2.
In a position to kill G2.
Oh god, the Fiend's Grip, Admiral Bulldog, the Shackle ends up, the ulti did fly out, there's a big crush over on VP, with the Lich ulti bouncing around. God's very low, the focus fire from S4 does the work. They'll still lose Nuts as well as Loader. And Alliance have to bail out of here. All they end up doing for that big crush, for the big ulti, is taking out the Aegis.
It was looking pretty good.
Very, very different fight. Now, jump forward, the Doom's over on Illidan. There should be a very dead Dro Ranger. FNG hanging behind him. They got that Scream damage, but God, also looking for the race. It's pretty hard to Admiral Bulldog. FNG low, RK with the last attack. He'll kill off FNG. As Admiral Bulldog forced back as those familiars keeping him out of the fight, it's Nuts who moves forward to take out Visage as we split once again. God just bailing out. The amplification keeps the vision.
S4 reveals himself, and immediately they go in, but now they see Alliance.
This one bloody Sata. it's moving over.
It has 1400 HP.
And just purging out Admiral Bulldog at the moment. Roshan is dying so quickly.
Illidan's actually been favoring the first creep a lot, but I think both times it's been versus the Lich to remove the frost armor.
Oh, there goes Roshan. Admiral Bulldog nightmared up and isolated inside the river with the Fiend's Grip as well. The Shackle camps that, and Loader moves forward. Focus fire. They already burned through the Aegis Immortal. Illidan finds safety in the Roche Pit. But what more can VP get? Now they're back alive. But RK, well, that's what they can get. The Broodmother just attacking the pulse support from
the Queen of Pain. But, I mean, you want your Slaughter to be able to do damage, to be able to stay in there and fight.
Real trouble for him. Nightmare, Fiend's Grip, and God, well, he's going to wind it up and let it rip. S4 can't win run away. That Requiem as well as Ray's doing all the work. And that's 50 seconds without a buyback for the Wind Ranger. And in fact, they might even lose Nuts. He's orchided up. Can't get himself away. He's going to pop to the Broodmother. And there's two heroes
feeling squeezed out of the map right now. They're just like, okay, we're getting off farm.
Gotta be careful when he gets Gust Silence like that by Illidan. That's a level 4 as well. That silence lasts for so long. So the range racks drops.
I mean, where's the wave clear? All these Brooklings are still up.
Yeah, they need Sonic Wave. You actually need to trigger off the Shiva's Guard as well as a Scorched Earth, but now they run themselves in, and they do get that combo off, but God, he just stands his ground with that BKB up. Another Orchid's already going off on Admiral Bulldog. It looks like he'll end up surviving. He won't pop from it. And Nuts jumps forward. The Sonic Wave's already been blown. S4 can't find that Shackle. Only that first little initial stun on Illidan. And these familiars from Lil buy them the space. But Alliance, they need kills. A blink crush from Loda, catching Illidan as well as FNG. FNG looks for the Nightmare, the silence. Okay, it's not going to do enough. Not while the Lich Holy's bouncing around already. And Nut is forward. Illidan, Mana Star breaking free, but the Shiva's Guard closing back down again. And another crush from Loda, giving S4 a double kill.
One to go back and defend, because if they see someone like Slaughter or a Doom, they're instantly going to go.
Crush, that Force Staff gets FNG out of trouble, and now they can feed grip on S4. Force Staffing out a very long way. God's still going to go for this Requiem of Souls. It'll hit S4 on the edge, but now Doombringer back in the fight with a Sonic Wave hitting so hard. Nuts doesn't have a way out of this one. He jumped in with no exit strategy, and now Loda and Admiral Bulldog scampering themselves away. Bulldog, he won't get chased any further. In fact, it's Loda who, okay, it looked like for a moment he wanted to just blink.
A lot of scream come out from Nuts, but this could be a really good time to push.
Nuts also needs to get the hell out of here. If he blinks backwards, he is dead. And then, with the Force Staff pushing Draw Ranger forward, Nuts just wants to TP himself out to safety. The Nightmare cancels that. With a couple of raids, they do bring him down. Buybacks available. This is, I don't even say a support Queen of Pain, but the Sonic Wave can be up if required. And now God, Amplify, the Shackle won't latch on Illidan.
He's still sitting in positives after it's Amplify. That's actually pretty absurd.
Oh, for now. Maybe when Bulldog rotates himself down, but the Brute just wants to push in through that middle lane. But Bulldog, he initiates. This time they get on top of Illidan. And Illidan's so low, but FNG's being script. It controls them up. The Draw Ranger will actually drop. That Lich Holy doing some considerable damage as Loda back in again with a crush. And the follow-up bash going through 3. But Godzilla so much damage. S4 will burn through the Aegis. Meanwhile, amid Brute doing brutally things, taking out that melee Rax. Loda, he wants to try and fight. TV out. That's not going to work. The Shackle, however, controls up God. It's a rampage for God, and S4 has to retreat back out. That SF is, even with good blink crushes, you get loaded with a triple kill, and it's just like there's nothing else to follow up after that point. And VP, they got such sustainable damage just because the SF is so huge. Admiral Bulldog, now with the blink forward, he really wants this kill over on God, and maybe they can get it, but they have to get through that evasion. Able to do so, S4, a little bit harder, and in fact, no, not when the Rays are there. God takes one, Bulldog's down for over a minute. RK is going to join him as Phobos just goes to work, throws back to front lines, and this really is the game. VP, they've controlled it perfectly. They've done the Dro proud. Loda will miss his stun. Bane actually Fiend script over on the Slaughter. They'll switch the Nightmare over, but already VP with the extra stuns from the familiars. S4 will drop. Phobos will survive to the bitter end. I think S4 just wants to get a little bit of revenge here. He can't reach him. In fact, he's going to get gussed up by Illidan. The tier 4 towers are attacked, and there it is. 11 to 22 was perfect from VP. They're on comfort heroes. The familiars were dropping everywhere. The Broodmother was always adding pressure. Man, maybe Phobos went to that Russian, like, the Brood God, the Brood Master, who's been training up Mag. But he played in a wonderful game, a wonderful coordinated